got a problem with the tractor. Don't know exactly what's wrong with it. I'm going to try to diagnose it, figure it out. I was using the auger to drill the last of these pillars that I'm putting in, and as I was backing it up, I lost forward and reverse, and I got a error message. I'll show you now. All right, well, I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. Also noticed that as soon as I got that message, the starting takes a lot longer. Listen to this. Now, hydraulics work. Okay, all the hydraulics work here, but what doesn't work, all right, is I'm in gear, I go forward, nothing happens. Back, nothing. So it just, forward and reverse doesn't work. Like I said, it's in gear, but the hydraulics do. So it's either transmission issues, I think. I don't know. That error code AI says is a crankshaft position sensor, and so it says its potential issue is that the sensor, since it's not reading the crankshaft properly, it's telling the computer to not allow movement. It also said that there's a guy with a 3 series that had the same thing, and he replaced the sensor, still had the problem, then found it was wiring to the sensor. So we'll see. But I don't like this guy being up here, although it sure does make getting access over here much easier. So I need to put that back down. I'm definitely not going to work underneath it. Plus, you guys would rip me a new one if I did. And then I'm going to take off the panels and get into this thing. So I think what I'm looking at, because I honestly have not found any documentation, but I think right there, that's what I need to check. Just based on, my very basic knowledge of the sensor here. That seems to be the location it should be. I'm having a heck of a time getting it off though. I'm gonna do my best to show you. I don't have a lot of room here, so I'm not strong enough, my fingers are not strong enough to pinch this thing and pull it off. So what I did was I went back behind it with a flathead screwdriver, something like this. And then that pops off. Now that it's off, and I try to start the engine, it'll never turn over. And no errors on the dash. Okay? However, when I plug it back in, it starts and then turns over, but still shows me the error on the dash. So, and still won't move. So I'm gonna pull that sensor and see if I can clean it or test it, see if it's bad. All right, I got it off. I just want to show you right here. Got a 3/16 Allen head. I guess that's what that is. It feels a little loose, so I'm not sure if it's metric. But yeah, that's that. All right, so I pulled the crankshaft position sensor, looked at it, everything, whatever. I couldn't find any wires in the harness or anything other than the one, that looks like had a little nibbling on it or something. But I came down here, as you can see, I'm at the Deere dealership, and I talked to the guy in service, and he goes, yep, that code says crankshaft position sensor. So I'm like, all right, great. I was like, and he goes, it's right there underneath your foot, just under the deck by the flywheel. I'm like, the one I pulled that has the number that says crankshaft position sensor was in front of it, you know, by the timing chain, I guess whatever it is, right there in the front of the unit. And so he printed a picture, and that's why when I was looking on the Deere dealership, looking for the crankshaft position sensor on the website, it looked like this. And I'm going, that doesn't even look like what I pulled. Apparently there's 2 crankshaft position sensors. Neither one are in stock. They're going to get it to me Wednesday. Today's Monday. So, all right, I'm back at the house, and I'm pretty sure I found it. If we look at the diagram here, we've got the flywheel, which is going to be like right here. So right up under, let's see if we can get to it. There it is, right there. It's going to be a booger to get to. I think I might have to pull this filter off because it's actually right here too. I wish I could pull this whole black piece out, but it actually extends. I think all of this is one solid piece, so this whole unit would have to be taken off. Well, I removed the fuel filter for easier access. Definitely gave that to me, but check out what happened as I was trying to pull the entire sensor. It started coming out of the hole. It's supposed to be screwed in right here. You might have noticed that there was a little crack right here whenever I showed it to you the first time. So I guess this thing is damaged already. So I'm gonna see if I can get it out of the hole. I'm gonna clean that area up first, just a bit, so that I don't have debris falling into the engine. Well, I don't think this is good. It's tore up on the tip of this thing. What on earth? That means something inside there was rubbing on this and knocked it out. Here's a closer look at the tip of this thing. After examining the sensor, I don't think, my first thought was something in there blew up, spun around, hit it, and that was causing problems. Also, I don't remember if I mentioned earlier, there was this, like, when I would shut off the engine, I would hear I don't know how to explain the noise. A whirling noise isn't quite right. It wasn't a grinding noise. To me, it's that shing that you hear whenever you like draw a sword from a sheath. Just like a reverberating metal, like, but it didn't last even half that long. Very high pitched. And I think what it was is this flywheel, you know, the flywheel's still going, the engine cuts off, you hear the motor drop down, and then right at the end of that, the flywheel is like shing, and it just like, as the vibration of the engine was stopping, that sensor was hitting the flywheel and vibrating. That's my guess, my best guess. I really hope that's what that was. Looking down in the hole, the teeth on the flywheel seem fine. Nothing seems to be chewed up other than the tip of this sensor, wherever it is. If that was making contact with the flywheel, it would explain a lot, at least of that sound. So I'm going to try to get this thing cleaned up in here. I think, can we see it back here? The hole, I don't even, everything is backward, and it's in there somewhere. I don't even know. I don't want dirt and debris to fall in the hole, so I'm going to take some waterless cleaner, spray it on a microfiber cloth, and kind of wipe it down a little bit and see if I can get as much dirt in that area on the cloth and not in the hole. Extract that bolt and then wait 2 days, and in the meantime I'll either put some tape over it or I'll clean up this sensor and stick it back down in the hole. It's the best I got. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I got that one piece out there. I'll show you here. I guess that little brass piece right there was in the plastic right here. And then when that piece broke, then it allowed this to shift around. And in doing so, allowed that piece to start wearing on the tooth. What's interesting is that this is magnetic, which I guess is how it ends up reading the tooth as it comes by. Huh. It's got 2 pins there. I'm not sure if those are supposed to be open or closed. One other thing is that this guy was so full of dirt and debris just due to where it sits that I couldn't get an Allen key into it because it was just clogged up. I've cleaned it out the best I can now, but I had to use some pliers, some channel locks to actually lock onto it and twist it. But I've got the old one back in place. I've got the filter back in place and all that. So, and cleaned up a little bit around the area. So now I'm just going to kind of button things up, put away my tools, and wait until I get the part. All right, I'm back. Got the text message that my part is in, so we go pick it up. All right, I am back from John Deere, and let's grab it here. I got my part. It is part number MIU 802138. John Deere, made in Germany, highway robbery. This little sensor here cost $89. This is ridiculous. It should be $15.95 max. Looks just like the other one, except this one's not all boogered up on the end. Germany, it's Bosch. The Bosch number here is 02 or 0 space 281 002 315. And it says B6 86 B16. I don't know, there's a little stamp there. I'm not sure what that says. I can't see it. So that little brass part right there is what cracked. For a $90 part, it shouldn't have cracked in the first place, but it did. So I think you can see back here, I don't know, maybe. It's going to be really difficult for me to get you an angle of this, but I'm going to pull that one out, put this one back in, and then I've got this screw that's going to go in there. And I've got my Allen wrench, which I believe is a 3/16, and that's going to tighten me down. I should probably get some blue Loctite or something to put on there. So I'm gonna get after it and see what we can do here. First step is to get the old one out. Also, I had to remove the fuel filter, which sat right here, and then there's a wiring harness that's in the way. So you have to, like, I don't even know how I got it out in the first place, because that wiring harness, you got to push it up. There we go, push it up and get it out. So, oops. Yep, same one, less damage. I'm gonna clean this thing off now. Try to get it back in here. I talked to a guy at John Deere, super helpful, and I showed him all the images that you've seen at this point, and he said yes, it looks like he should be good, shouldn't be any internal damage. This is the guy in service, Bart, I believe. Does this go up? I'm not sure if that piece is supposed, or if that's supposed to sit up there. I feel like it is. I feel like it's supposed to sit higher, but maybe not. I don't know. I just want it to sit all the way down, and it's not actually seating. Oh, I've already got like metallic crud on this magnet. All right. Yeah, I just don't know how far it's supposed to go down. So maybe once I put the Allen wrench in there and start tightening it, it will seat itself. This is gonna be a pain. Oh man, it's like a 64th of a turn at a time. Yeah, so it's basically get that much turn and then it goes out of focus, and you gotta do it again. I've been here for like 5 minutes. All right, I've got my little inchy. Look at this over here. 14-minute video. Yeah, I was watching it on 2x speed, but I watched that whole video. So I finally just finished tightening that thing down. Oh my gosh. What a pain to get to. So now I'm going to clip this back in. All right, click. I heard a click. I'm gonna put the fuel filter back in, and we'll be good to go, hopefully. So although I put the, I'm sorry, I was sitting here because I was recording another video about the new EG4 app. Go check that out. But I replaced the fuel filter here about a year ago. I guess it was June 2024. And now it's January 2026. So a year and a half ago. So it was probably, I don't know if it was all right or not, but I decided to go ahead and put a new one on there. And one thing that I've been really bad about in my entire life is documenting things. So as you can see here, I put the 550 miles on there, and where are we at? I forget. Not miles. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's good, Eric. You know, it's going to try to start priming oil, or I turned the key and it decided to go ahead and start priming as it does. That's good. I think we're at 580. Actually, let me check the app. But anyway, I've started carrying around this Milwaukee pen, like ink pen. I just put it right here next to my flashlight. Right there in my pocket. It's just part of my EDC now, right there. I like it. So pick one of these up. It's actually like, I can't believe how often I actually use it now that I have it. Let me look here and see tractor app. If you've got a John Deere and you're not using the tractor app, you should probably use it. It actually helps you keep track of stuff. It's pretty cool. All right, 560. So I'm gonna go Jan. Actually, I'll put it on the bottom. I don't know. I'll put it right here on the side. 126. All right, then we'll say 560. 126 and 560. I'll put it on this other side. 126 and 560. Because I will forget. Now, I've got it documented in the app, but putting it on there, it's just best practices. And it's good. I do have another filter for this bowl over here. I'll probably replace that while we're replacing this one, so they're all done at the same time. I'm also going to take this filthy shop towel, clean this off. Probably supposed to put some diesel on here too. Maybe I need to turn the key, get some diesel flowing. Of course, it didn't want to come out that time. I don't know. I get some diesel from over here. Oh, come on. Nothing flows when you want it to. Oh, I know what it is, because I turned off. There it is. I turned it off. You can't flow if it's turned off. I'm glad I did that, because otherwise I would have been trying to hunt down why this thing doesn't work anymore. See that? All right, let's get a little diesel on there. Put some on that ring. All right, what's it say? Apply fuel to the surface. Hey, I just did that. Of gasket before screwing on. Tighten torque to 20 Newton pounds or Newton meters, or 3/4 of a turn. All right, I know 3/4 of a turn, but my internal Newton meters aren't as nice as I would like them to be. It'd say 3/4, right? Yeah, 3/4 turn. All right, that's that. So we're gonna go that going around to, well, I can't get it 3/4, but that's close enough. All right, let's turn the gas back on. Diesel back on. Let's get the seat back in. Dude, fun fact, my mom found this seat laying in the road. Someone had blown off someone's tractor. Perfect fit. Like a $500 seat or something stupid like that. Let's let some fuel flow for a minute. No errors so far, so that's good. I got this thing all tore apart with the panels and stuff. I'm going to put it back together. Clutch in, brake on, and no errors, baby. But it's still not moving. Dang it. The tractor ended up having to go to John Deere. Spent about a month there. Ended up having the dampener, which was behind the flywheel, does something. I really don't understand the mechanics of it. Some of you guys might be able to fill me in the description there, but in the comments rather. However, ended up being almost 30 hours worth of labor. Because that part had a part change, the guys over at part number change, that is, the guys over at John Deere are suspecting that there was a known issue with this. So somehow Deere corporate or whatever was willing to pay for the parts, and I was just having to pay for labor. Still a very expensive fix. Way more than I was hoping to have to spend. I was complaining earlier about that that $90 or whatever it was sensor. Yeah, that was dropping the bucket. Anyhow, but it's fixed. Hopefully we shouldn't have any more problems with it, and we've got the tractor back. So I'm excited about it. Finally going to get back to doing some work and be productive on the homestead. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped somebody. Talk to you on the next one.